Hello and welcome to Ignore the Noise and Move Forward by Anne Emanuel. For years I found myself rereading my life stories and only recently realized how my life experiences and the people I've met along the way changed my life. All of my stories are short, and at the end of every blog story, I give you ideas on how you can begin writing your life stories.
A fast-paced life. The world is full of people who are rushing, and I'm incredibly active in my daily life. But I'm also at an age where I know my days are numbered. At some point, you begin to realize that all that rushing means your life is out of control. Your spiritual and family life begin to go down the drain, along with your health. If we are to be joyful, and if God and family come first, then the rest should fall into place. When your life is upside down, everything around you is upside down as well. Somehow we have to analyze our life and time and make decisions for the long haul and the short haul. I love the one thing. It's something I learned years ago in sales training. There are always only a few things you can focus on at a time. And to really become the best, you choose the one thing that you identify as the most important thing you need to change. Perfect your one thing and make it a habit. As with any new habit, the one thing usually takes about 21 days. If, however, you focus on that one thing, let's say as part of your daily job, where you repeat this one thing many times a day, you choose the one thing that you can identify and you can measure as the most important thing that you want to perfect. Now you've created a new habit, and you can begin moving on to the next one thing you want to perfect. You may have little control over your work hours, but you do control your off time, your family time hours. While I love organization and a nice clean area around me, flowers out the front and the back door, there are typically only a few things in life that are most important, or should be. When you have children, your house might be more of a mess, and when the children leave, all of a sudden everything has a place. When Andy and I first started dating, he saw the laundry all over the hall floor. The laundry was on the second floor. We laughed, but it did scare him. I had the best intentions, and the kids and I would put clothes in little piles, and then the sun would come out. Okay, if the sun comes out in Ohio, you run like crazy for your car. Okay, kids, let's go for a drive and get ice cream. That's just the way it is when you're in Ohio. Not long ago, a woman came into my home to measure for window treatments and commented on how organized the house was. Nothing out of place, she actually said. Today, little is out of place, and the children are grown and gone. Now there are only two of us. It's far easier for everything to have a place when there are only two. There are days I would trade an organized house for a couple of kids. Time passes quickly. I'm told my grandmother would look at the dishes in the sink on her way out the door and say, "The dishes are going to be there when we get back." Although I never heard her say that, I can hear her say it. Because it's true. Sometimes your one thing is the time you spend with your children. The dishes and the laundry can wait, but the children cannot.
The purpose of my stories is to encourage you to write about your life, and you will be amazed at your personal growth. You know how when you're talking with someone and they're telling you their experience, and while they're telling you their life experience, a thought comes into your mind, you can relate, you have a story to share too. Begin at that point and start writing. Thank you for listening to Anne Emanuel. Ignore the noise and move forward. If you enjoyed my story, check out anneemanuel.com. Download the writing tips or sign up for new stories. Feel free to comment on this podcast. You can also follow or connect on social media. Thank you.